Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from SSM Clips. Strong, successful male, did a wonderful video. Girlfriend in absolute shock that her perfect boyfriend that she cheated on won't take her back. Good. If she cheats, she belongs to the streets. Please like or subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And let's get to that chow. It's chow time.
So here's a quick one about a young gal, she's 24 years old, who's having an unbelievable meltdown because she cannot believe that the boyfriend, the perfect boyfriend that she had, that she cheated on, won't take her back. You're going to see that she describes him in terms that he's amazing, or their relationship was amazing, perfect, all that, and she described it as she effed it all up. Thought that there was something she was missing out, blah, 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 and cheated on him. And is shocked he won't
Grass is always greener, at least according to women.
take her back. That'll be a very good one to go over here. It's a quick one to show you guys, you relationship guys, you'll be the greatest boyfriend or husband ever. On all fronts, meet all the giant checks on the checklist that a gal has, and still they'll find a way, some, or many actually, will find a way to sabotage it, thinking there's something better out there, and how guys should never take them back. Title: I'm desperate to get my boyfriend back. I effed up so badly for no reason, even though he's perfect. I'm so desperate. So this is probably going to be the most rambling.
I effed up for no reason. So you even know yourself you did it for no reason. Like, you had the perfect man. You just wanted to sleep around because you're a fucking idiot.
Event ever before I even get into the main point. How did he treat me? Perfect. We were together for 8 years. Started dating at 16 years old. Even 8 years later, he effing adored me and treated me so well. Right there. She, like, you can already tell she can't believe that he would treat her so well. So already she probably thinks something about herself, like, I really don't deserve somebody like that. So I gotta go F it all up. That's why you're careful about women. They've always dated guys that were scumbags and treat them like crap.
Tell the truth, even my dating history recently has quite a bit of women that has this history. Most of their boyfriends are bad men, blah, 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 blah. And, it's to the point now, like, they always like, oh, you're so nice. You're like the best person I've ever dated. Like, you're so different from all the other men. And as soon as I hear that now, it's just like, you don't know how to deal with me. You're not going to know how to deal with me. So I don't really want to deal with you. Because women are women.
Just last year, he was going to go see relatives, and I wasn't going to come with him, at first due to COVID paranoia and stuff like that. Eventually, I said that I'd be willing to come, actually. And literally, there he just kept smiling and said he's super happy that I came with him after all. Like, how is he, all these years later, still happy to have me around? Again, she thinks she's dog crap. And you know what? She is dog crap, and she's proven she's dog crap by ruining it. He's effing perfect. He's so full of life, obsessed with music and singing. Our forest walks felt like a freaking fairy tale with him singing and everything. I had the effing perfect relationship with this unique sunshine of a person. And what did I do? I cheated on him 2 months ago because I'm overthinking an idiot and wanting to know if I'm missing out on something else since I've been with him so long. So she's with...
So from 16 to 26 now, you've been with this guy. He's been loyal. He's took care of you. He loves you. He's still as attentive as he always has been. Yet you wanted another dick. And you thought another dick would take care of you better? Like, what's the thought process exactly that's going through these women's head? Like, I have everything, but I think I'm a piece of shit, so maybe I should do piece of shit things to ruin my relationship.
With this guy who, after 8 years, still adores her, treats her great, all that, and she has to screw the whole thing up. There's something better out there. You really think something's better after a guy like that treats you that well?
Right?
It says here, F no, I wasn't missing out on anything. Whatever my excuse or thinking was during that night was the most impulsive garbage that ever regretted immediately. Immediately regret it. What did I think I was missing out on? I seriously would never do anything stupid like that again. But my now ex is actually smart and has self-respect, and he rightfully dumped me right on the spot, and I confessed almost immediately. Well, good for him. He does have self-respect.
He does.
This goes back into the whole thing about how most women love drama. But now let me rephrase it. All women love a little drama.
They
From a little
do.
bit to a whole lot. And a lot of them, things are going so smooth and perfect, they got to bring drama into the relationship. Clearly, she's one of those. And doesn't think too highly of herself for whatever reason, and had to screw the whole thing up. It has been 2 months, and I want nothing to do with any other guy. I don't want anyone else. I don't want a copy of him. I just want him back, and I want this cheating thing to never have happened. Well, you're not the sorceress supreme, and you don't have the time stone, so you can't go back in time. So stop wasting your time and his time babbling on about this. You effed up. Own it, honey. I'm a little desperate, and I have no idea what to do. I don't want to self-reflect. I don't want to be independent. I want to be happy with him like I truly was. This was all my fault, but I still can't believe he's not going to take me back. So, before I read some comments here, yeah, he's not going to take you back, and good for him. You had it made. He was a great guy. Yeah, you started young at 16, but regardless, this is an example how women will complain all the time that there's no good men out there. We're all the good men. I want a guy to treat me well, wine me and dine me, take me out, tell me he loves me, all these things. And they get a guy like that, and what do? They cheat on him. They F it all up.
They call us lames. They call them fucking, we're not fun, we're boring. All these non-great terms that they always use for these type of men. But when they get pumped and dumped constantly, they don't seem to be upset about that.
Types always say, somehow I managed to screw things up, or I don't deserve him, and then cry about it when he won't take them back. So remember this, you dating and relationship types, of what can potentially happen if you're too good to your girl. If there is no drama, and just be careful who you get involved with and give your heart to. Now, real quick, some comments here.
I actually agree with the SSM on this. When you're too good to someone, that's what it kind of it breeds entitlement. I'm not saying you shouldn't treat your partner or your woman good. We're talking about too good, more than they're deserving of.
One guy says here, there's a boundary of trust you have with your partner, and once that is crossed, it will never feel the same again. Even the most confident man would feel differently about the relationship after so many years of commitment just to get betrayed. Mm-hmm. You can justify your reasoning, you can apologize all you want, but you willfully and deliberately cheat on him. I'm not trying to shame you, I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but you need to understand that you're being selfish for thinking you can have him back. It would never go back to normal, so you need to take accountability and move on. She's probably thinking, moi? Take accountability? Another guy says here, how do you love him so much, but you willingly thought about betraying the perfect guy and you thought it was a great idea? So many decisions go into cheating, from kissing and the groping to ripping your clothes off. You do not love him. It's obvious if you never even imagine how it hurt and he would be before cheating.
True.
Exactly. She doesn't deserve him back. He had to tell her to take a hike.
We talk about this, like women we talk about how women have such empathy or have the more empathetic sex, but they really can't empathize with how men feel. They really can't. Like, there's so many women that I have talked to, not just dating wise, just conversations. They really cannot wrap their heads around the male experience and what men are feeling. They just can't. I don't understand why they can't. Or at least I know a good amount of men can understand how women feel. Like, do we care half the time? That's another subject, but we can kind of understand how women feel.
I tell her to F off and show him his mean side. One more. This guy says, I'm going to be brutally honest. He sounds like a great dude, and you should respect him by moving on without him. As someone who's been on the other side, his heart was probably shattered by what you did, and he'll never trust you again. He won't. If you ended up in the relationship, he's always going to be wondering if you'll do it again. He'll be resentful and won't treat you like he did. With that being said, I would recommend working on maybe making yourself happy for a bit. Leave the poor guy alone and take this as a lesson to never do something like this again. We all F up, but the important thing is to learn from our mistakes, survive, and keep going on. Best of luck to you in whatever you decide. Well, that guy's way too nice.
Yeah.
But anyhow, once a cheater, always a cheater. And these types that think that they're not worth anything and have self-loathing, which I can just tell she is, this is not going to go away. She's going to be a problem. So the best thing this guy can do is stay as far away from her as possible, block her. And guys, you got a gal that's like that who says things like, you're too good for me, or I don't know how I'm with you, or it seems too good to be true, or things like that. That means she has serious issues about herself, self-worth, and she's just being with guys that treat her like crap. And it's only a matter of time before she either does something to sabotage the relationship, because it happens.
It's interesting because this particular one, she was 16, right? So, I would assume she didn't really have that many relationships beforehand and prior for people to treat her badly. So, It's not even an age thing. It's not like, oh, because she got older, she was callous. She became more callous towards men or something. No, she was 16, so I would assume the callousness hasn't grown yet, and she still got that same kind of influence when she got older. Even though she was with someone for 8 years, that's how big this influence pushes women nowadays to want better, to do better, and to always like kind of chase the bag. That was some good chow. Shout outs to SSM Clips, always making wonderful videos, always lessons that can be learned from a lot of these stories. That story the woman wrote. So we don't even get the full story of what everything happened, but even from her point of view, we can see it was her fault. She admitted that it was her fault. If more women would take more accountability, it'd be great. She somewhat took accountability, but wasn't willing to accept the repercussions of the accountability. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that, and I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.